Hey my loves, welcome back to Raveena at Home. And if you're new, I'm Raveena Singh, a Certified Professional Organiser and Home Management Consultant. My daughter B recently asked me for a storage space for her snacks and vegan ingredients. She is a vegetarian and recently celebrated her 4-year vegiversary, as she calls it. To mark the occasion, I got her a big hamper. And her friends also gave her food and more snacks. So now she's overstocked. So it made sense to create a space for her. I started by emptying out this cabinet in my kitchen here, and I'll show you where everything from here went in another video. If you want to see my full pantry tour, you can click on the card above. So I had a couple of reasons for choosing this cabinet. Number one, it's ideally located near the air fryer, which is my daughter's favorite cooking appliance. Number two, the microwave is also here, and so is the refrigerator with the fresh stuff. B and I are going to work together today to set up the pantry. First things first, always take the opportunity to wipe the cabinet down. Get into those far ends and sides as well. While she continues to wipe the other shelves, I'm going to get started on pouring the items she has chosen into containers I have washed and dried. Now these containers are the same as the ones in our snack drawer and also our cereals. I really like how they look as they're sleek, minimal, and airtight. She isn't someone who likes to open everything. She opens one or two at a time, going through each one till the end. We have not labeled the containers. This is because I expect these items will rotate quite regularly. Instead, I'm cutting out the labels and directions and sticking them inside the canisters. Since some of these are not items or brands that she's familiar with, having the directions attached will be very efficient. However, if you have fixed dried foods you buy, I recommend labeling your containers like I have done in our main pantry. Starting at her and my eye level, she is adding the things we have unpacked. That's the most convenient shelf for access to regularly used items. Risotto, pasta, quinoa, and also her favorite chocolate cereal. She generally eats healthy, but she's also a millennial, rushing from one assignment to another. So I wanted to provide her with some instant food options for when she's working late nights. The shelf below this we have dedicated to the overstock. She's taking advantage of the depth and it makes me happy to see she's using double storage. As you can see, she is not wasting any space. At the back, she has the unopened snacks, and in the front are the ready-made meals along with some juices and soy milk. Now she's stacking these pans right on top that we solely use for vegetarian food. It's great that Bee is putting them out of the way. Below that, she has taken a spare tiered organizer I had, which fits perfectly in the space. She has beans, stewed tomatoes, canned cream soup, and mock meat here. I love that both the height and the width of the shelf are a perfect fit. Moving on, Bee loves baking, and she inherited my mom's cake mixer, which now lives in the bottom shelf. Heaviest items should always be at the bottom. And that leaves one empty shelf. We both thought of housing the baking ingredients here and combined our baking ingredients because it just seems to make more sense. Those which don't have expiry dates, I'm adding today's date and adding the content to all. And I'm going to use these dividers here to corral the smaller items. The riser at the end will make the things at the back higher and therefore easier to see and reach for. I love that she's putting the overstock under the riser. She bakes muffins and scones regularly, sometimes keto and often for our dog Zoe. It's basically flour, sugar and such, and she is making use of every inch. The little space here is also used to store extra oat milk and some tiny cereal boxes. I am so proud of her organization skills. It's looking amazing and it's obviously going to be super functional. I definitely approve of how she separated these items front and back. Well done, Bee. At this point, I have no idea whether this mini pantry is going to be permanent or temporary. It's suiting my daughter's current need to store all the food, but as the quantity reduces, everything might just go back into the main pantry. Systems are never static. They should reflect whatever the current lifestyle requires. Don't be afraid to try new methods or arrangements. You will be surprised what you learn along the way. We also go back and forth with some systems depending on the current season of life. I hope this video has given some simple organization ideas to those of you with a small pantry or for those with a household of 1 or 2. And until the next video, this is Raveena saying happy homemaking.